this is Jelly Bling. How are you? I have a little mini note card to show you using the stamp set Rustic Centerpiece. So I've already used the other two images, the sunflower with the apples and then the succulents. But this right here is the reason I bought the stamp set, was for that little reindeer. And I've just been holding out, waiting for the right moment. And I had these note cards sitting on my desk, and you could get note cards. In the past, you could get them in vanilla. I had a few left over at that, but you could currently get them in white. And basic white note cards and envelopes. It comes with 20 envelopes and 20 cards, and they're already pre-scored, ready to go. I just did a series on Wildflower Birthday using these note cards, and they're great. But I'm going to use up the few vanilla I have, and of course you can make your own size note cards. The finished size is 5 by 3.5, and I think it's not too small. It's nice, perfect for holiday giving, to add to a little gift, or even just to send all on their own. So that's today's plan. So I'll use Rustic Centerpiece. Words for the season. These are some new words that came out on September 3rd. They're wonderful words. They're great for the season. There's Halloween in here, and Christmas, and fall type words. Let's see, antique pearls. I love them always. And the dies for this layering label, these are from Peace on Earth Dies. And you could currently get these, the Peace on Earth bundle. The suite is beautiful. It's so pretty, but I love blue. Okay, so let's get started on this. So here's the envelope. We'll just put that off to the side for now. Here's the card, folded in half. And you know, this card is kind of on the simple side, but I think it would be perfect, if you like coloring, it would be perfect for your holiday cards. So I have pecan pie, and the paper cut sizes are in the video description. And season, what is this called? Season of Elegance. I love this paper. It came out last year. I still just love it. Okay, so here's the dies. So I'm going to use these layers right here. You're like, wait a minute, if you cut a hole in that, you'll see through it. But the larger pecan pie layer covers the hole. I'll show you. So I'll put this here right in the middle. And it can be anywhere in the middle. Like any of these areas would be just fine. And then pecan pie, this could be anywhere, because you'll have the cherry cobbler piece to cover it up. Okay. So here they are. Season of Elegance designer paper with a hole in it. But I'll show you how we covered that up. Don't worry. And this will go here. This will go underneath. Because the pecan pie die is larger than the hole in the Seasons of Elegance designer paper, it perfectly covers it. Okay, so let's get started attaching these. So this project, it does require a little bit of coloring. If you like coloring, that's great. It requires a little bit of fussy cutting, if you don't mind that. I usually do fussy cutting sitting in my chair. I allow myself from 8 until 9 o'clock every night for TV time, husband time, and that's when I do cutting of projects, sometimes some coloring. Okay, then this is next. Cherry cobbler, always classic Christmas. And you know, I'm not quite sure I'm ready for Christmas, but I just like that stamp. Therefore, I'm pretending like I'm ready. Wouldn't this be a nice gift if you got that pack of cards and you made like 1/3 of them in each of the different rustic season images. That would be nice to receive that as a gift. Okay, this goes right here. So I think what's making the card work is it's just layer, 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 and then I use those colors in the coloring. It's nothing fancy, but when in doubt, just layer it with the right colors and you have a card that magically goes together. Well, you know what's interesting? It's that on the other one. I'll show you. I'm looking at the cut and it's like, did I double cut that? But I think that there's a tiny little embossed edge on it. So see right here, I was thinking, did it shift? But it's perfect all the way around. Where's that die? Not so much this one. Is it on this one? It is. Okay, so I'm going to hold this up. It's interesting that it's only on the larger one. So I don't know if you could see it. If you have it at home, you could really inspect it. This is a smaller one right here. This is just cut it and you're done with it. This one, there's cut it, and then right inside there is another little groove, and that does embossing, which is what does that little layer right there. That's cool. I like it. Who knew? Okay, so on this one I used last year's shaded spruce ribbon, which is nice. And I used it because I thought the current one was too big, but I kind of want to use the current one. This is the current one, shaded spruce. It just came out. And it is called Gold Edged Ribbon. And to me, it just seems a little bit wide for the project, but it's very flexible. And it's almost, like if you look right there, it's almost see-through. It's that sheer but not sheer. So let's just try it. So to attach the ribbon, I put, well, you know what? I'm going to put adhesive on here. I gave my adhesive to Michaela to make Warren's 1-year-old baby baby birthday party invites. So I'll use that one. Okay, so if this goes, and I'm just going to do a simple ziggle-zaggle, because I think the pop, the addition of the color makes a nice difference. And I'm purposely staggering the edges a little bit so you could see the gold trim. Now this one, when I fold it, I'm not worried about the bottom. I'm just looking at that this loop is equal to the size of this loop, or about. Okay, I notice I have a big angle here, shorter, and then no angle there. So, well, it's kind of pretty from that side. I wonder if there's one side prettier than the other. Why does this side look so pretty? Well, fix that. It's probably just my imagination. After all that, there's probably both sides are exactly the same. What do they say? The grass is greener on the other side. The gold is brighter on the other spruce side. Okay, so there's that. I'm gonna trim it. I think I trimmed this one a little short. Now that it's on here, it's fine. Okay, then I'm going to put dimensionals on it. See, now that side looks brighter. You know what it probably is because it shows more of it here, more of the ribbon here, therefore more of the gold. I would say, should I put the image on here? Or should I put the ziggle-zag on here? That would completely cover up the designer paper, so, you know, backspace. Forget it. Okay, dimensionals. I'll have to ask Michaela about the adhesive applicator. I don't know that I have a backup either. Okay, so this will go right in the middle. Okay, that's good. So then on a separate paper, I will stamp the image in Memento so I can color it in. Okay, and then on the inside, I'll stamp just part of it, like I did on the sample. I'll open the sample here in just a minute. Just a little, just the tree. I like those words too. May the magic of Christmas fill each corner of your home and heart. Isn't that nice? I think that's perfect for this little decoration and tree and candle. I think it's perfect for that. Okay, so part of it right here. It's a big block. Is it crooked? It's crooked. My tree is blowing in the wind. Okay, so straight up and down tree. That's better. Then the words, a little bit off to the side. Okay. So let's color and cut out this. So when you have something that you need to cut, well, you don't have to. See how I cut in between his little legs and some of the fir branch? Just find a spot to cut right through your focal point. I cut right through here. And because when I put it on with the dimensional, it'll lay right back down in place, you won't see the little slit. I did the same up here. I think I cut off part of his ear. See right there? But when you lay it right back into place, you can't tell. And then you cut out the little detail areas, and it looks great. So we'll do the coloring on the inside, so don't worry, you're not missing a thing. I kind of want the tree, the branches, to go over into the spruce ribbon just to kind of accentuate them. Because of the height of the tree, kind of needs to go down a little bit low. So I'll put it right there. And on this one I put it on with dimensionals, and I thought that's getting a little bit too towering. So I'll try putting this one on with liquid glue. I think the top of the tree pops up over the label. Then I'm going to make sure to get glue on both sides of my little secret slit. Just to make sure that they attach flat to the paper so you don't even know that there's a slit. Okay, I like his little tail coming over the edge, and I like the edges of the tree coming over by the ribbon, just to kind of accentuate that. Yes, I did cut that out. Okay, and these little secret slits are getting closed, so you can't even tell. I love that. I'm going to put a dimensional under the top of the tree and dimensionals underneath the edges of the wood platform. So are you ready for fall? I'm not. I really like summer. Really like it. But it's fun that the fruit trees are all producing fun stuff. Pears and apples and plums. Oh, I had to put the bling on too. Then we'll do the inside, the coloring. And I'll go through what colors I used. But you could use any color. Oh, that's another thing, is when I was coloring the sample, I just did it what my heart said you need to do it. And then I thought it looks a little bit washed out because I did the reindeer pretending like it was like birch wood. So I did it in gray granite gray, with hints of brown, but I think it's too washed out. So this time I did the reindeer in pecan pie, which matches this layer. I think this one stands out just a little bit more. Okay, where are those antique pearls? So 2 sizes, I'll use, or 3 sizes, I'll use 1 of each. Where do I put them? Antique pearls, there's no way to do wrong with antique pearls. And you could color them with blends. I could have had them green or pink or any color. Okay, done with that. Okay, time to finish up the inside. So the inside, I did the tree in spruce. Spruce. Nothing fancy. Where I just swished over each of the branches. And it takes just a little bit, but it's not precise at all. And if when you're looking at it, you're like, well, you're not really coloring that in and making it a green tree. But once you put the spruce light on it, chances of your hand drawing color in the exact spot on each branch is slim, so it really fills in the tree. Okay, that's it. Try to get all the way out to the edge. Tony put a little chocolate by me right before he went to work. It smells so good. It's from Costco. It's chocolate with macadamia, nuts, and caramel. It's like, oh. I'm like, oh, I don't want it. And he just set it there. It smells like chocolate. It smells like I might want it. Okay, so now this is spruce light, and I'm going over the branches once again. And I'm not trying to fill in every spot, but I'm just tracing over the branches, and it's filling in a lot of the spots. And I won't go back and fill in the spots that, like down here, there's some holes. I'm just gonna leave them as is, because that's what Mother Nature does. Mother Nature, the blackberry bushes around here, Mother Nature, if you have land, blackberry bushes will cover it. Okay. Oh, spruce, I need to do the holly. Well, start with spruce light. So Bo hasn't been feeling good. It started yesterday, late afternoon. And I think he's coming around a little bit, but he has me scared. He's, well, it started out where I noticed probably midday that he'd just be laying there, but then he'd kind of have a little bit of a quiver to him. Tony says, is he cold? I'm like, no, it's 80 degrees outside. So it's like 75 in here. It's kind of perfect. It's like, yeah. And then he just wanted to lay on the couch. He wasn't getting up much, and I really knew it when it came to dinner. And usually anytime baby Warren eats, he's over there just in case something falls. He didn't even get up off the couch. When it came time for us to have dinner, usually he's right there by my feet thinking, okay, as soon as she's done, I might get something. He didn't even come off the couch. I was like, oh, these are bad signs. And he didn't eat his food all day. And then I tried to give him his favorite. I'm not going to say the C word, but, and in our language, it's a chocolate chip. But he didn't even want his, I'll call it a biscuit. Didn't want any of those, which he always does. If you say it, the dog is drooling. Nothing. He did drink water, so that's good. A little swish underneath for a shadow there. And then at night, usually he sleeps all night long. 2 in the morning. Came over, nudged me. And I'm like, I know you're not feeling good. I was thinking I was going to be out there in my robe and slippers for 45 minutes. And I put him on the leash because I didn't want to be standing in the house waiting for him to come back. And he just went out there and he peed twice and a lot. It's like, okay, well, it's good that things are working. But once again, he's just laying on the couch. Oh no, I don't want anything to be wrong. If he doesn't start feeling better here real soon, he'll go visit the doctor. He did just have a bath too. It's not that that's traumatic to him or anything. But he's sick. He's smelling good, but he's sick. Okay, and on the front, I did a little bit of the pecan pie in the center. Now watch how specific this is. Just like that. Just for the trunk. Okay. And around the bottom, pecan pie. I think a little bit of coloring is fine. One time I did Christmas cards where I had a lot of coloring for each one. That got old really fast. Pecan pie dark. So with this, I'm just going to choose, there's some of these little slots here that have shadow marks. Those are the ones that are getting pecan pie dark. Then SU Skin Tone 200, which is almost the darkest, for the little rim, because you know how that's usually a little darker. But you could do your wood round any way you like. Then crumb cake for this top platter wood round. And then I'll use crumb cake dark just for a few shadows. Okay, that's it for coloring. We're almost done. See, this is a really fast card, and it's just so cute. And I have to tell you, all the layers, it makes it feel really substantial. It feels good in the hand. So what do you think about the ribbon? I think that either one works just fine. Oh, I had to put a little bow on for his necklace. I stamped the words a little crooked. Shh, don't tell anyone. Which ribbon do you like better? I like both of them. They're just different. I stamped the words crooked. It's hard to be a stamper. That right there looks so nice. All the layers. If I have a label that fits this, I might stamp it on a label on vanilla paper, put the label right on top of it. That's what you have to do sometimes. To fix your whoopses, you have to be creative. Okay, and I'm going to put on a little gold bow. Which side is up? This side looks a little, so I'll put it right here. Blob of glue. Set it right there. I think we did that in record time. That might be the fastest video I've ever done. Look how nice the gold bow goes with the ribbon. Wow. So do you have a preference? In bling, ribbon, bow, color? This one was done in mossy and this was done in spruce. I like them both. Okay, that's today's project. Let me know if you have any questions. And if you don't already have a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. Okay, have a great day. Thanks. Bye.